Mark Henry may be the world's strongest man, but today he's talking about a match from AEW All In that definitely was not the strongest. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. Somebody's going to get the wig split. Beat him up, beat him up. Mark Henry. I kind of feel like my wig is split right now. Not feeling great, guys, but here we go. We're here to talk about wrestling because why not? Why the heck not? And Mark Henry was speaking on Busted Open Radio. He was talking about All In, and he was talking about one match that certainly did not deliver. That being Mercedes Moné and Britt Baker. And I think Mark Henry basically accused Britt Baker here of maybe sandbagging, not trying, putting on a bad match on purpose, doing what she could to do not to make Mercedes Moné look good. That seems to be what Mark Henry was insinuating for sure. So when speaking about the match, and he spoke about how this match wasn't doing well, so that's like the context here. Mark Henry said the following about Mercedes Moné versus Britt Baker All In. He said, quote, "It missed the mark. I'm used to seeing Mercedes work a certain way, and she didn't work like that. And I don't think that was because of her. Also, there were times where they did a couple of things over again because it didn't get done right the first time. And a lot of that was the fact that the position that Britt was in was wrong. It would take for both people to be on the same page and work together for the greater good of the match and not the greater good of the individual. I don't want this person to shine over me. I don't want them to look good at my expense. I'm a pillar. That's a work. You're just the first woman hired. Get your ass out there and work for that person like your life depended on it." End of quote. So that's what Mark Henry had to say. Kind of controversial. I don't know. Well, I mean, not controversial because the match did suck. He's not wrong for calling it out, but he is coming out and he's picked his side, essentially. He's coming out and said that Britt Baker didn't do enough and that Britt Baker, perhaps there was a personal thing there and she just didn't want the match to look good. She didn't want Mercedes to look good because maybe Britt Baker feels under threat, her position in the company. Mercedes Moné coming in, reportedly now the highest paid female star in wrestling. We all know that Britt Baker from day one has kind of been, she calls herself a pillar or whatnot, but she's always kind of been viewed as the woman of AEW. I mean, kind of like in WWE, she's kind of like the Charlotte Flair, I would say, of AEW, where she's like, supposed to be like the top woman, the head woman, the main female of the company. And obviously with Mercedes Moné coming in and being a bigger name, bigger draw, coming in from WWE, getting paid a hell of a lot more money, being a better worker than her, probably got a better look and everything. Baker's better on the promos, there's no doubt about that, but you'd probably have to give Mercedes Moné everything else. Potentially she did here. Potentially she made this. But then again, if she can... The problem is, if you sandbag someone, if you have a really bad match to make someone look like shit, I mean, that's all good if you want to make that person look like shit, but, I mean, you're also making yourself look like shit. It would be hard to sandbag and make someone look shit in a match while also coming out of that good yourself. If you're going to purposely make someone look bad, you're probably going to look bad as well. So, I mean, was there an upside to Britt Baker doing this? If that was her intention, was there an upside to her to try and make Mercedes Moné not look good? I mean, potentially, but has she also done herself damage? I would say so. The fact that you've got Mark Henry calling Britt Baker out, I would say suggests that, because like I said, Mark Henry not really holding back here. He could have just said, the match sucked, but he's clearly picking a side. He's clearly saying there was one reason why the match sucked, and it wasn't Mercedes Moné. And then he basically, he says that he believes that Britt Baker didn't want Mercedes Moné to look good because she's a pillar. So, is what it is. But yeah, for me, this match did really disappoint. I thought it was the worst match of All In, and I know a lot of people don't really like Mercedes Moné, but I always thought she was like good in the ring, decent in the ring. But this match certainly did not deliver. Probably her worst match of her AEW run so far. If we're talking matches that at least had decent length that you can judge, then I would say this is the worst one so far. I mean, I didn't even think her versus Willow at the last pay-per-view was good, but when you compare it to this, I mean, it was definitely a hell of a lot better. So, guys, that's it. Let me know what you think. Do you think Mark Henry's right? Is he right to call it Britt Baker here? Or is this just Mark Henry, backing one of his people? Maybe Mark Henry and Mercedes Moné, maybe they're close. Maybe he wants to, defend her and not, give her any of the blame. Let me know what you think down below. And yeah, catch you in the next one. Till then, peace.